The floor is open. Everyone can ask question directly to the presenter.
Okay, first I will ask Mr. Hassan Siddique and Captain Arif Mahmood. So thank you, Mr. Hassan Siddique, for your nice presentation. We are highly enlightened about your presentation. So I'll ask you one question that we can see that if we implement MSP, there may be conflict of interest among the stakeholders. So how do you propose to solve all these conflicts among the stakeholders?
Sir, thank you for your question. So, first of all, we didn't analyze and we didn't identify and analyze the stakeholders. MSP will try to reduce the conflicts among them. In doing so, MSP suggests that we can do that, including meeting. Excuse me, sir. Yes, sir. We can do that by meeting, dialogue, workshop, seminar, and symposium. Also, the existing conflicts can be solved through regular meeting and one-stop service by the government, and also negotiations and integration among stakeholders. The existing conflicts may be solved, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Hassan, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Very nice to see you again. I took you one of your courses in the previous semester. My question is about the this research methodology chapter. Can you go back to that part of your presentation?
Yes, sir.
So there you told us that you you took 16 or 20 papers out of many papers, and which are very much relevant to our country. Now my question is, do you have any research gap out of this literature or out of this analysis of the papers?
Yes, sir. I have found.
I mean, what? Yeah.
Yes, sir. I have found research gap. That is, most of the literatures are basically sector-based. We can see that literatures on ocean zoning. We can see that literatures on blue economy, and there is few literatures on MSP also, like stakeholder engagement of MSP. But there is no detailed study or a general study on the prospects and challenges of MSP. And I think it would be beneficial before adopting and implementing MSP to assess the prospects and challenges of MSP. And my study tries to fill that gap, sir.
Okay. So if we have you have identified the research gaps,
me,
then
sir?
why not you use some hypothesis? I am telling you that
sir.
now. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Now it's clear.
Okay. If you have identified the research gaps, then why not you use hypothesis or anything that can give you some direction where you should do your research? You can have some hypothesis out of these research gaps using those research gaps.
Yes, sir. A hypothesis can be done, but as we have seen that there is insufficient data on MSP, we have focused on an initial exploratory data. That's why we didn't develop an hypothesis, but we tried to explore the prospects and challenges of MSP. Though we have, we didn't mention here, but I have an hypothesis that there is good prospect for MSP. Based on that, I started to work, and that's the limitation, sir.
Okay. Okay, you can utilize, you can adopt this hypothetical hypothesis, or can get a direction to do some additional research. Anyway, I have a very strong interest for
Sir,
blue economy. So can you enlighten me in the? Okay,
Sir,
I repeat it again.
yes, sir.
Perhaps you cannot hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you enlighten me about the blue economy prospect in the context of MSP, Maritime Spatial Planning, in a
Yes,
brief
sir.
few sentences?
Yes, sir. I can do that. Recently, Bangladesh has taken blue economy
What should the
initiative.
government do? Okay, tell me.
Recently, Bangladesh has taken blue economy initiative to to explore the untapped ocean resources in Bangladesh. In doing so, we can see that the ocean has been used in not in a proper way. So this led to conflicts between the users and between user and environment. Blue economy is an emerging concept which refers to process that which refers ecosystem based approaches so that there will be a sustainable development. We can use the ocean resources, also we can improve the livelihood and the and marine environment. In doing so, the goals and to achieve these goals and objectives of blue economy, MSP can be a way forward.
Okay, I'm done. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Any question from the floor? If not, we
Hassan, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam. Thanks, Hassan, for your nice presentation. Through your presentation, you present your thesis systematically. I already read your whole thesis. You did a great job within this pandemic.
Thank
And
you, sir.
I also thank your supervisors, Captain Samsul Manan and Mohammad Azmus Saqib, to assist you to produce this thesis.
Sir. Thank
I
you.
don't have any specific questions to you, but I want to know your opinion about top two prospect and top two challenges to implement MSP in Bangladesh, according to your opinion, because you show a lot of problems and opportunities. So what are the top two prospects and top two challenges, according to you?
Yes, sir. Top two prospects.
Yeah.
Sir, top two prospects is the legal arrangements and the existing legal arrangements, and also the positive thoughts of the government, sir. These are top two prospects, and top two challenges is that engaging the stakeholders is one of the challenge, and another is the absence of establishing authority for MSP. If we do not have any establishing authority for MSP, then how it will start in Bangladesh? So, sir, these are the top two challenges, I think.
Good. And I think because as you produce your thesis a bit earlier, you know, because 5-year plan is already in place, right? But
Yes,
because I think because as you did your thesis a bit earlier, so it was not included, and also Delta Plan 2100 is also is available here.
Yes, sir.
So it's okay because you did it your thesis a bit earlier. So, but I think these documents produced a bit later, so you did not include in your thesis. It's okay. But I am really very impressed about your thesis and presentation. It's really nice. But I have a confusion about it was not in the included in the presentation, but about your thesis, because in the reference sections there is some mismatch. I found some mismatch in the reference section. So I think just be careful about the structure, because all reference should be followed by same structure. Yeah, so it's not related to your presentation, but about your thesis. So I just want to inform you, just be careful about the reference section, because it's also a very important part of your thesis. But I really appreciate your thesis and very nice presentation. Thank you, Hassan. Best of luck.
Thank you, sir. I will correct accordingly, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
So question answer session is going to finish. If someone has more queries, still there is options, or if not, we will shift to the second presenter.
I just have a question to Hassan Siddique. Just a query. In your thank you for your nice presentation, and you have done a very good job. So I have just a question. Could you just include some case studies of other maritime nations in case of going into research of this implementing MSP in Bangladesh? Was that a possible, or was there a time limitations or something like that?
Sir, that is not a time limitation. I think that is the scope limitation of my scope of the study, that the topics of my research was prospects and challenges of MSP in Bangladesh. So the context of the research was framed within the maritime boundary of Bangladesh. So we discussed about about Bangladesh, whereas we have tried to give a touch there regarding the other countries' approaches, like we have mentioned the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park in Australia, marine functional zoning in China. We have given a slight touch to it, sir, but didn't go through a deep case study, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Hassan Siddique. I think there is no more question from the floor.